Hollywood looks like a dream place where anyone can become a star and live a life full of fancy things. But it's not always easy, especially for young stars. They face a lot of pressure, and sometimes it gets too much. This story is about some famous people who had big problems in their careers, often because of drugs and tough times. Stephen Anthony Lawrence. Remember Beans from Even Stevens? That's Stephen Anthony Lawrence. He was doing great after the show, appearing in other TV shows and movies like Cheaper by the Dozen. But growing up in the spotlight can be hard. His career didn't stay on top, and later, he was seen working as Santa's helper in a mall. It was a big change from his days as a Disney star. Winona Ryder. Winona Ryder was a big name in the 90s, starring in movies like Edward Scissorhands. But then, things went wrong. In 2001, she was caught stealing expensive clothes. During her trial, people said she was using drugs like OxyContin and Valium. She had to do community service and was on probation. It hurt her career a lot. Tom Cruise. Tom Cruise is known for big movies like Mission Impossible. He started acting when he was 19 and became very famous. But he faced a tough time during the shooting of American Made. A plane crash killed 2 pilots, and a lawsuit said Cruise and the director were partly to blame. This was a big deal and made people see Cruise differently. Shia LaBeouf. Shia LaBeouf's journey in Hollywood is a tale of ups and downs. He first won hearts as a child actor in Even Stevens and later in big movies like Transformers. But things started to change for Shia. He got into trouble a few times, with incidents in public and even getting arrested. These problems were a big shift from his early days as a Disney star. Shia then moved away from regular acting roles and started doing performance art. Kendall Jenner. Kendall Jenner, part of the famous Kardashian-Jenner family, is known all over the world. She's a top model and a star on reality TV. A lot of young people looked up to her. But then she made a big mistake. She was in a Pepsi ad that upset many people. The ad showed her stopping a protest by giving a Pepsi to a police officer. People said it was making light of serious issues like Black Lives Matter. Justin Bieber. Justin Bieber became a star when he was just a teenager. His song Baby was everywhere. But as he grew up, he started getting into trouble. He wasn't always nice to his fans and got into legal problems, like driving under the influence. He said he wanted to keep his sanity and couldn't always take pictures with fans. This change in behavior and his legal issues made people see him differently. He's still famous, but not everyone looks at him the same way they used to. Adam Levine. Adam Levine, the lead singer of Maroon 5, writes beautiful love songs, but some stories say he's not as nice as he seems. One fan's story on Reddit said that when his girlfriend asked Levine for an autograph, Levine was rude to her. He's also a judge on The Voice, and some people think he's too harsh. This kind of behavior can make fans upset and hurt a celebrity's career. Iggy Azalea. Iggy Azalea is a rapper who's known for speaking her mind, but she's also gotten into a lot of arguments on Twitter. She's had online fights with other artists and says things that make people angry. This has made her more famous for her arguments than her music. It's a reminder that what celebrities say and do online can really affect how people see them. Juliana Rose Moriello. Juliana Rose Moriello, known for her role as Stephanie in Lassie-Town, is a good example of how rumors can hurt a celebrity. When she was a child star, she was loved for her role in the colorful show. But as she got older, stories started spreading about her getting into trouble with the law, even though many of these stories weren't true. Britney Spears. Britney Spears was a big star when she was just 16 with her hit song, Baby One More Time. But her life wasn't always great. She had a lot of personal problems, like breaking up with Justin Timberlake and having a public breakdown where she shaved her head. She struggled with substance abuse, lost custody of her kids, and had to go to rehab. Even though she kept making music, people were worried about her. Outro. These stories of famous people show us that being in the spotlight can be really hard. It's important to remember that celebrities are people too, and they can have the same struggles as anyone else. Their stories can teach us about the challenges of fame and how important it is to support and understand people, no matter how famous they are. If you found these stories insightful and want to keep up with more content like this, don't forget to subscribe to our channel.